Ari Gold says the city wrongly refused to give him a business license. He claims he filed out all the paperwork. The city disagrees with him. Our Logan Riggenbaugh attended the hearing and has the details. Logan, what happened in court today?
After 90 days of waiting, business owner Ari Gold's appeal to the Parkersburg City Council was denied. Gold claims the application shouldn't have been denied because he followed all of the rules.
But it's very hard to do it when I comply with everything and I follow the law to the word, but then somebody comes over and tries to put sticks in my wheels to block it from happening. All I want is my business license.
The defense was represented by attorney Ryan Simonton. The city says Gold did not include all of the necessary information in his application. Gold claims that the city has to give him a business license because he had operated his business True Force Machinery prior to obtaining one, while quoting Article 701.15, saying if the Department of Finance finds out a business is operating without a license, the department shall issue a license to collect the amount of the fee due. However, the defense stated that Ari's statement put the cart before the horse because he has been paying taxes. During the 90-day period mentioned, the city never received all of the information and documentation required before Gold forced a decision from the city by going through the court system.
Due to some ongoing litigation, the city was ordered to either approve or refuse the business license within a set time period. So because the city did not have the information required, it had to refuse the license. That's consistent with 701.05 of the city code.
3 witnesses were called to testify: Director of Finance Eric Giles, Heidi Jones of the Finance Department, and Chief Code Official Andy Nestor. Giles and Jones both confirmed Gold did not submit the necessary paperwork needed to issue a business license, such as a copy of his West Virginia business license. After the council's executive session to discuss the findings, Councilwoman Sharon Kuhl filed a motion to deny Gold's appeal, which was seconded by Councilman Roger Brown. Councilman Dave McCready and Council President Andrew Borkowski both voted to deny, while Councilman Wendy Tuck and Zach Huffman voted to approve Gold's appeal. Borkowski says the appeal was denied because the appeal was not necessary.
So the reason for the denial is based on the letter sent outlining factors for the denial that can easily be remedied. So if Mr. Gold wants to obtain the business license, he can very easily remedy those items outlined to obtain his business license.